Hello and welcome, my name is Codename Sparrow and today I'm playing Long Live the Queen. The island domain of Merlini was once a small outpost of the Novan Empire, but was simply forgotten about in the chaos 600 years ago. They were so pleased to have gained their independence without violence that they have remained a strong trade partner to this day. You learn that in the decline of the Novan Empire, slave raiders from Orcus terrorized the western coastline, until your paternal great-grandfather, then Duke of Kelloris, led a fleet to their capital and came back with most of their treasury. You have nothing more to learn about foreign affairs, yep. Borealis is now mostly made up of tiny domains containing no more than a few village-like settlements each, officially ruled over by shamanic lumens. They have few resources and live primarily from the sea. You read a brief history of the rise and fall of the Novan Empire. There was a time where it seemed likely that Nova would grow to cover the entire world, but it all came apart. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in your domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. You are too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old, as noblewomen go. So what, should be 25? And how old's her father? Right, okay. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp. How dare she make a move on your father? Insult her with false flattery. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one since I've pretty much maxed out my flattery thing, so. Good afternoon, Countess. What a lovely brooch you're wearing. It reminds me a bit of one my mother used to wear. I suppose you have an eye for valuable prizes, don't you? Ooh, burn. Ready to leap in and snatch them the instant they become available to keep them out of anyone else's hands. I should go. Bye. Yes, bonus to cheerful. No wait, I don't want... Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful with how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Oh, what? Ah, damn it. So I need to be less cheerful. That's... Yep, I'll just less cheerful. Oh, willful. Alright, so yes, finally, bonus to intrigue. Willful. Intrigue, military, and lumen, and it gives a penalty to royal demeanor. Wow, royal demeanor has so many penalties. History and economics. So, willful. Okay, so yielding gives a bonus to royal demeanor, so then... Alright, well. Finally I can buff up my intrigue. The very day after I could have... It's needed. So I'll buff my foreign intelligence and ciphering. You practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order, the simplest of transpositions, which anyone literate can puzzle through if they try, but sometimes useful to hide information in plain sight. Ah, I know that one. The current Duke of Sedna is 26 years old and unmarried. He might be considered a good marriage prospect for you if you desire stronger ties with the domain of Talisy, so foreign intelligence. It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there's always some room for discretion. I don't know anything about budgets. Well, raise taxes, lower taxes, I'm gonna raise them. We need more money, raise the taxes a bit. As you wish. So, actually, I don't want to raise my angry too much, just in case it gives me a penalty to intrigue, but what is it? But so afraid gives me a penalty to royal demeanor and intrigue, so maybe that means that when I'm angry I'll have a bonus to both royal demeanor and intrigue, so that sounds good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to buff my angriness, buff my anger. So, more foreign intelligence and ciphering. Yep, let's do that again. You practice shifting substitution ciphers where each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet, so that cake and pie becomes fndgsil. You practice random substitution ciphers where the normal alphabet is replaced by one in jumbled order. This is harder to decode, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. The domain of Shangia across the sea to the west has been steadily increasing in size and now controls a wide range of coastline, as well as most of the navigatable rivers. The political disruption in Tombula in recent years has caused a disruption in their chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kigal. You have unlocked a new outfit. Oh, cool. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, Your Majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestess to bless me and make me clean again. Demons that make you attack people? Is that even possible? Let's execute them. I don't care whether there were demons or not. You're still a murderer and your life is forfeit. You will be hanged in public as a deterrent to future criminals. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump. Yes, Your Majesty. Yep. Catsuit. Okay, that's pretty funny, but no, I still want my tea dress. Internal affairs and foreign intelligence, I'll do that. Still got a penalty to royal demeanor. The Duke of Marie has paid suit to the Duchess of Ursel to no avail. The Duchess's brother is opposed, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Your agents suspect the Duchess of Ursel is actually more interested in the Duchess of Hellas. Neither has ever been linked to a man. Countess Lake of Dis married the old Duke of Sudbury, who was more than twice her age, then divorced him as soon as she'd borne him an heir in order to marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility. but the old Duke apparently had no objections. Since their recent revolution, the Tombulans have twice begun gathering troops on the Novan border. Both times their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Pirates are once again operating out of Orcas, although they are currently sticking to the northern seas and no threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Borealans may be quite vulnerable. Agents who have visited Borealis report that all known Lumen shamans seem to have no magical powers at all and perform their ritual displays with show and trickery. You receive word of an unfortunate incident at the gallows where the man you judged was sent to be executed. As he was led to the platform, he suddenly lashed out with explosive magical power, killing several guards and spectators before making his escape. The population is buzzing with rumors of a secret cabal of evil lumens who sacrifice innocents to their dark rituals. So I need angry. Let's go angry. Yep. So one more and angry will be up the top. Let's keep doing this. The Countess of Dis is now married to the disinherited third sibling of the Duke of Mary and the Duchess of Hellas. Currently, both Duke and Duchess are unwed. If either dies without a heir, a title may still pass to the Countess's husband. Several generations back, the rulers of Elath and Sedna in neighbouring Talasea married. The citizens of Elath objected to this foreign influence, and the resulting heir died in suspicious circumstances, after which the title was passed to a distant branch of the family, rather than another child of the Elath-Sedna union. Rumour has it that the mother and older sister of the last Duchess of Elath were assassinated 20 years ago by agents from Sedna, which is why she, as sole remaining heir, was married off so young. Rumour has it that the Prince of Terax was humiliated by the public dissolution of his betrothal to an heiress after she declared him a coward. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elath, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise. He was pretty old. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Elath in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Arisi, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighbouring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Not to mention that she is closely related to the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kegel. She could control almost the entire eastern half of Nova. People already call her Nova's other queen. So, how high do I have to get my internal affairs to know something bad about her? Gosh. I don't know anything really bad about her, though. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar has suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. No, definitely not. Send him to my uncle? I don't want to marry him. I'll send him to my uncle. What about your brother Armand? He would be a safe pair of hands to watch over Adair. As you wish. one more angry. Yep, so I'm angry. So what does that give me a bonus to? So angry gives me a bonus to weapons and military. And it gives me a penalty to royal demeanor, expression. Geez, so many penalties to royal demeanor. Expression, animal handling, and medicine. So many penalties to being angry. Alright. Geez, so I don't want to be angry, so I need to be less angry. Alright, I think I'm going to stop this here. Alright, thank you for watching. Long live the Queen. My name is Codename Sparrow.